Hi, I'm Soraya, and today in our yoga practice we're going to focus on managing stress within our lives. And of course, yoga is a beautiful way to do that. It's been proven that it does help us more resilient with stressful situations. And what we're going to really look at is different poses that we can go into when we do feel stressed to totally just relax the entire nervous system. So it's going to be more of a restorative practice. And before we go into the meditation, we're actually going to just drop in with 3 Oms. And chanting, I feel, is one of the most powerful ways that I definitely use to manage stress as well. So I invite you all to close your eyes. Sit up straight in whatever way is comfortable for you. Take a couple of breaths, again just connecting in with the body through the breath. And we'll chant 3 Oms together. So take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath in and exhale, letting go. Bring the hands to the heart, palms together, and gently bowing your head. Namaste. So we're going to start this meditation lying down. Everyone's most comfortable position in Shavasana. And lying down on your back with your palms open. Your feet about hip width apart. Chin slightly tucked in so the spine is straight. Closing down the eyes. And coming back to that deep abdominal breathing. So as you inhale, feel the abdomen rising. And as you exhale, just allowing it to fall. Just beginning to scan the body. First, just noticing where you may be holding on to any physical tension. And when you discover that place, I invite you to take a deep breath in. And visualize white light just coming in with the breath, traveling to that area. And as you exhale, releasing that tension through the breath, let it go. You may even like to let it go with the mouth open, releasing in a bit of a sigh as you release it. Just continue a couple of times in that one area. And coming back to scanning the body now, just noticing where you may be holding on to any emotional tension. And if the mind tells you it's not possible, you're not sensitive enough to feel that, just drop that thought and trust that your intuition will guide you to that area. And when you discover that place, just follow through with this same practice. Inhale visualizing white light traveling to that area. And exhale, releasing through the mouth, letting go of that tension, letting go of that emotional blockage, emotional stress. And continue with this visualization a couple of times. And just coming back into stillness, feeling the body as a whole again. I invite you just to squeeze all the muscles in the arms, all the muscles in the feet, the legs, the hands, the buttocks. Squeeze as tight as you can. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And drop, releasing. And just notice that difference between what it feels like to be tense and what it feels like to be relaxed. Feeling that contrast. And take a deep breath in. And exhale, letting go. And even though these are short classes, anytime you wish to come back to this Shavasana, this position, you're welcome to do so. Now we'll begin with our asana practice. So we'll begin by bringing the right knee into the chest, wrapping the fingers on top of the shins and slightly pulling it in, just checking that left leg is straight. And each time you exhale, just bringing that right knee a little bit closer to the chest. Checking that you're not creating any more tension in the shoulders. And if you're not feeling this stretch and you wish to go deeper, you can bring it a little bit out to the side, out to the right, so you can feel it more in the hip. And breathing deeply. So throughout this class, feel free to really exhale through the mouth. So this does connect us more with our emotional body, which does help then in relieving stress. And even just releasing a bit of a sigh. That's the best thing about doing home practice, is that you can just be by yourself and not worry about what anyone thinks. Just really, just let it go. A little bit deeper if you can. And then we're going to go into a twist. So bringing the right arm out about shoulders height, flat down on the ground, and twisting that knee over to the left side. So some of you, if you have bolsters or blocks, this can be a great time to use them so we can get into a more supportive pose. And you just come into sort of snuggling that block. Bring the right knee to rest on it and just gently turning the head over to the right arm. And the practice that we did at the beginning, where we begin to scan the body for any unnecessary tension, this is what we're going to be doing in each asana in the class today. So close your eyes and just beginning to notice. Notice where you may be holding, where you may be tightening, where there's an opportunity to soften. And letting go. These times where I just leave you in silence with your body, these are opportunities just to calm the mind, connecting with the breath. So 30 more seconds. If you can relax any more, this is now your invitation. Breathe into it. Beautiful. And inhale, coming back up. Straightening that right leg and slowly you lowering it back down using the abdominal strength. And just take a moment just to relax in Shavasana. It's really important to come back to this pose when we hold the asanas for a while, just so the body can really integrate and the prana can continue to spread throughout the system. And so we'll change sides. If you need to, bring the bolster or the block into your right side this time. Keeping the right leg straight, bring the left knee in towards the body. Checking the shoulders are relaxed, interlocking the fingers, pulling it in nice and close. And again, on each out-breath, going a bit deeper into this stretch. So this pose is going to affect everybody differently. For some of us, it's right in the hip, and which is really our gallbladder meridian on the outside of the hip. And this is where we can store a lot of agitation and irritation in the body. So it's really important to release that within our yoga practice as well. Sometimes we don't even know it's there. So again, this can then help with reducing stress levels in our lives. Keep connected to the breath a little bit deeper if you can. And then starting the twist. So bring that left knee over to the right. Again, resting it on the bolster or the block, whatever feels good for you. Bring the left arm out to shoulders height and turning the head. So you're getting a really nice openness in the chest, and we're really releasing in the lower lumbar area. And again, softening, finding that place where you feel totally relaxed in this pose. So it's really important to focus on the base chakra when we are looking at that concept of stress within our lives. Because that's the place which holds our fears and even our anxieties when we're grounded. It really helps us in dealing with more high stress situations. Continue to release, continue to breathe. Thirty more seconds if you can go any deeper in the stretch. Turning the head a little bit further, bringing the knee a little bit further. You may even like to place this right hand on the knee to give yourself a little bit more opening and stretching in this ITB, the iliotibial bend. Beautiful. And releasing, coming back. Straightening that leg, engaging the abdominals as you slowly lower it back down. And relaxing in Shavasana. Deep breath. Checking the body's relaxed, squeezing the buttocks nice and tight. And let it go. Again, just noticing that contrast. And for our next pose, we're going to it seated. So rolling over onto your side, using the left hand to push you up with as little effort as possible. Bringing the legs out in front of you. Moving the flesh away from the buttocks, so it's just the seating bones. And if you'd like to place a blanket underneath you, if you know you have quite tight hamstrings, this can actually help in this forward bend, which we're going to go into. Placing the bolster on top of you, and if you have a block or another blanket, it can be really nice in this pose, because we are just going into a restorative pose, to completely relax and surrender. So in our hatha practice, we'd be really focusing on straightening these legs and bringing the toes back. But because we are focusing on actually completely relaxing the nervous system, which is more of the yin practice, just allow them to flop out to the side. Even the knees, they don't have to be completely straight. So I invite you to take a deep breath in before we go down. And exhale, just folding forward. And wherever you naturally rest, wherever you naturally fall, just see if you can get to that point of not pushing, just relaxing. And the longer we're in this pose, the more you'll feel that your body just opens up. So again, come back to that practice, just scanning the body, just noticing wherever you may be holding that tension. Some of us might have it along the spine, some of us may have it along the hamstrings and the calves, wherever it is for you, breathing that white light to that area. And getting to that point of just complete surrender. And if it feels right for you to have the palms open in that space of receptivity, you can do that. And if there's a moment where you feel you can go deeper into this pose, please do so. Just listen to what the body needs at this time. Deep abdominal breathing, so we're really massaging our internal organs. And a lot of us hold stress in the abdomen. This is where we suppress so many of our emotions. So it's really important that we find some kind of practice that massages this area, that begins to stimulate this area to clear those blockages. So and releasing the sigh whenever you feel to. Remember, this does help in connecting us with our emotional body, really letting go. The mind is still wandering. I invite you to visualize this prana, this cycle of energy coming up the spine down the arms and then up the legs. This is the natural cycle that the prana flows when we're in this position. So it is a full cleanse. And again, it takes us into that restorative practice of just complete surrender. "30 more seconds if you can go any deeper into the pose." This is your invitation, just relaxing, finding your edge, discovering that, and using that as a gateway. And then slowly coming up. Remember to be gentle with yourself, nice and slow, bringing the hands behind you, not too far away from the body. Feet about hip width apart, and just bringing the knees to one side and the other side, releasing in the hips. And lying down, relaxing in Shavasana. And completely surrendering. Wiggling the toes and fingers, stretching through the hands, through the feet. And rolling back up. Whatever way works for you. Coming to a seated position. Take a couple of breaths. Namaste.